I don't know if you saw Maggie's note, but we are in presentation mode, which is why you're having to approve everybody, but if that's what you want to do.
That is normal and how it should be. I'm trying to catch up with who needs to be made a presenter because there is no actual page that lists the members of the suite team.
I can update you with that, Jason, so it's easier for you.
That would be great. Thanks.
Yeah. Michael Dorset can be added in case he needs to chat with us, and then I'm not sure who the other person is.
Erica, you're not really coming in clear.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've got our nice large conference room. There's a few extra people in here, so that might be part of why that's happening.
I'm going to be selfish and just mention I do have to get to another meeting at 11, and I only have one update to provide the whole group. If I could go first when we get started.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to pull up the agenda and share my screen.
Thank you.
So obviously didn't update the date here. Okay. We are unmuted. Okay. We can share our video because there's a few of us here today. You can see all our faces. Maybe. Okay. So it's 10:32. I guess we'll get started. Any last minute additions can join us as they're able. So with me here, I have Christy, Tron, Adam, and we have our two summer interns that I wanted to introduce to the group. We have Katie, and then Kason is in the yellow shirt. I don't know if he's showing up on your screens just yet. You might have to speak so that it.
Hello.
Well, he's here. So they'll be joining us this summer for some of our large PMP inventory and outfall efforts, and you'll see their faces at the fair. Yeah, you'll see them around with whatever stuff we're working on. Who else does? Rebecca, did you want to go first?
Sure. Welcome to interns. My name's Rebecca Swift. I'm the Natural Resources Coordinator for City of Bloomington Parks and Recreation. So the major update I have today is just to mention our Hoosier River Watch basic training opportunity is coming up at the end of the month. Instead of a 6 to 8 hour all day workshop, we've actually broke it up into two sessions. One, a virtual session on Zoom. Ooh, I don't know if that was me or not, but can you guys still hear me all right? Okay, so again, two sessions. They are both required in order to be trained. The first one is on Friday. It's an hour on Zoom. We get everybody acclimated with the database. We get them registered with their own user profile so they can actually upload data, things like that. And then we're having a hands-on training session on June 26th at Lower Cascades. This is something that requires pre-registration because we need to make sure we prep and have enough materials. Right now I'm looking at how many people. We have 9 out of the 20 possible spots accounted for. So there's definitely still room. If, I'm just throwing this out there, if you wanted your interns to participate, if nothing else, just to learn, get some experience, let me know. And this little link here that I embedded, click there to pre-register. So we were prioritizing this for our Adopt a Stream volunteers, but now that the first wave, we've sent it to them, 9 have signed up. If we are happy to open this up, if you have either staff or a volunteer to, you know, that you want to get acclimated with Hoosier River Watch. And it's just a slight background in case it's the first time you're hearing about it. Hoosier River Watch is a program through the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, and they actually provide equipment and chemical sampling equipment and training to go out and actually monitor water quality in our streams. And so we're looking at things like, you know, dissolved oxygen, temperature, nitrates, phosphates, things like that, as well as looking for macroorganisms that we use as indicator species for pollution levels. And then outside of that, just because there's plenty of people on the call that will care, and I'm going to add it on, a way heads up, Bugfest will be October 1st. And I just, again, a lot of you attend as tablers. So if you haven't already gotten an email about the save the date, assume those will be coming your way here soon from our partner organizations like Monroe County Parks and Rec, Hilltop Garden, Wonder Lab, or Purdue Extension. That is it for me. Thank you. I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has any before I have to head out.
Question on the Riverwatch training. Is that a train the trainer event or a train the volunteer event?
Train the volunteer. We had our instructor training in March. So this is just train the volunteers. I believe IDEM is still hosting instructor trainings. We're just not hosting any, but they have a couple up on their website if you're hoping to attend an instructor training.
I was just wondering if I should share this with the general public or if you're still trying to keep it targeted.
It's pretty targeted, but at this point, I mean, with 10 extra spots, I'm happy to get anybody who's, you know, just looking to learn. But what we want to happen is, you know, somebody come and attends this training and then starts putting it to work right away, not necessarily just sitting on it. But it is a great free training opportunity. So yeah,
Okay.
it's more about outreach than anything else too.
Thanks.
Do you want me to go next? This is Elisa, Monroe County Waste Management District. Okay. I was going to add the website to register for the weed wrangle. And it's, I believe it's just MC Iris, go to their website, .org or .com. I think it's .org. So you can just go to that site if you know of anyone who's interested. But we have, as of last Friday, we had 7 people register. So we'll probably have more this week, but I think it's a dash in MC Iris. I'm not sure. But that's where people can go register. And then we're just getting set to have a booth at the fair. So that's coming up end of June. And that's my report.
Yes, speaking of the fair, Martha wanted to make sure I mentioned that she can't be here. They're on their way to Brown County for their monthly board meeting. But she wanted to make sure we mentioned that with Elisa and SWCD, Stormwater has partnered with them for a table at the fair. So we'll have like a nice big kind of unified approach.
Beautiful banner.
Yeah, beautiful banner. So much of what we do is so overlapping that we thought it made sense to have someone right there next to us from another department that we could say, hey, talk to this person. They can help you better than we can. So
We titled the banner Community Goals.
yes, yeah, we have shared community goals. So we are looking forward to that.
Are you gonna take pictures of the beautiful banner?
Of course, we'll have pictures of the banner, Sean. Of
I wanna
course.
see it.
I have one in my email. I could probably pull up.
Oh, no, it seems really cool. Maybe I'll just have to go and see it to get the real
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I'll have to share that later. And then Martha also had one other update. The Monroe County Soil and Water Conservation District is applying for 319 funds to rewrite the plan for Bean Blossom for future implementation. Any letters of support geared towards that are really appreciated. Also, if you would like to be a member of the steering committee for Bean Blossom implementation, email Martha directly.
When's the deadline for that?
She did not list a deadline, so I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll pull up my email. I thought it was coming up pretty quickly.
I think it's coming up soon. I know that
Yeah,
they're working on it,
Maggie,
but
do you know? I think, I recall seeing another letter of support come in. I wasn't sure if that was from the Friends or not.
Yeah, so they're applying for a grant and so is Lower Salt Creek, which also covers part of Bloomington. I think they were shooting for July 1, or it might have been a week earlier to try and give themselves some wiggle room.
I'll try to look up the
But yeah,
deadline.
within the next couple of weeks.
Mhm.
so yes, contact Martha Miller about that if you have questions or want to write a letter of support.
And I guess, has it been discussed about the letter of support from the Stormwater Management Board? Is that anything that,
That would be a Kelsey question.
I would be curious what thoughts are on that. I could reach out to Kelsey too, just kind of curious if that would be a position that the Stormwater Management Board would want to take. I would be in support.
Yeah, I'll mention it to her as well, just. mention. Maggie, did you have Friends of Lake Monroe updates? I see a couple things on here.
Just we're in the middle of doing our community forums. So we've done one in Bloomington, we've done one in Nashville, and we're doing a virtual forum this Wednesday evening over Zoom. If anybody is interested in attending, very welcome. We'll just go over the watershed management plan and then have a brainstorming phase where we're asking community members to help us think about how to get the community more involved.
How did all the public forums go? Do you participate in that too much, Maggie? I wanted to make it out to Brown County, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. But last turnout, it was really great. There was a lot of, I think, community involvement and
Yeah.
support.
We did not see the amount of turnout that we did 2 years ago. I think it's a combination of timing. We're doing these in the spring instead of last time it was in November and in January. And then I think people are still a little COVID cautious and just not getting out as much. So we had about 30 people in Bloomington, which was nice. And we had, I think, 7 in Nashville, which was a little disappointing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, how many would you guess were there 2 years ago? Like 40? 50?
40, yeah,
Yeah, wow, okay. Thank you.
sure.
Chrissy, do you want to give the CBU updates?
Sure. Yeah, residential stormwater grants update. 2022, we have comments coming in from our review committee this Friday. Sent out a reminder to them today. Waiting. And 2023 upcoming, we've had several inquiries and they're expecting more. Of course, every time it rains, we tend to get a few more inquiries. And adopt a drain, that's just moving right along as is. And stormwater education video series, we're really kind of upping our game on that. Doing short videos, some from existing, including one on watersheds and the fact that storm drains aren't filtered, as well as what to do when you come up upon a stormwater situation, like a clogged drain, and fill out a U report. We're putting together a plan to release these.
Awesome.
Yeah. And we're working on 3 new ones, one on mow and blow. These focus on landscaping. One on basically working with chemicals in your yard. And then the third is on how to work with plants. And these are all about a minute long. So these are all just like quick ones.
Cute.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
Quick
good. It's kind of,
watches, yeah.
yeah, thanks. And we're working with the library too on a few things. they have really good equipment in case you.
They do have good equipment.
Yeah, they really want to work with us on how to get the word out now that, things have changed in the media world.
Mhm.
So we put together a media list and contacts and just kind of, yeah, adjusting with the world as it is.
Yeah.
What it's becoming. Mhm. So those are our highlights. And just also, kind of coordinating with the new MS4 general permit and our stormwater management plan. Looking at things big picture too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do you need help with the Monroe County Fair? I know in the past, we've always kind of tag teamed it on and off. But, it
Well-
looks like you might have it
Well, and we're
covered.
sharing a booth area with 2 other groups, SWCD and Solid Waste Management Group. So we have plenty of staff for our,
Thank
grouping
you.
tables.
Yes.
so, yeah, I
That's
think we're
good.
good on that front.
Yeah, I thought I'd ask just in case because
Mhm.
that was always a shared thing in the past.
Mhm.
We have plenty to keep us busy. And, yeah, that's mostly what I had, but Rebecca, would you like for us to try to get the word out on your Hoosier River Watch?
I was just typing back to Maggie, and so we did, our website isn't updated because we did have the orientation trainings in April or March and April. And technically, new volunteers cannot sign up anymore because orientation has passed. However, if people are still interested in joining Adopt a Stream, they can email us. Or if you all know people who want to get involved, I'm not turning away volunteers. It's just we need to, in a way, move on. We can only keep registration open. We can only monitor it. I can only offer orientation so much before I need to move on and get these volunteers trained. So yes, you are welcome to share this opportunity. We have not put it on our city website yet because we are trying to market it to specific individuals, people who are already involved in some sort of water quality monitoring. Again, and it can be volunteers, so like Maggie, if you have volunteers with Friends of Lake Monroe, or Christy, if you have Adopt a Drain volunteers you think would be interested, absolutely. Those are the people, they already kind of have an interest in water quality and happy to, expand their knowledge base and skill set.
Yeah, so I was wondering something along those lines. No, that sounds good, thanks.
And I'm sorry to say, I do have to step out now. Feel free to email me any more questions, comments. And again, I'm happy to welcome new volunteers still, but yes, our to register link for Adopt a Stream has closed technically, if that makes sense. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Did we talk about the Lake Monroe cleanup itself too? Did we touch upon that?
We didn't. That's mid-October, so we've got a little time.
I know, but still,
yeah.
we have to put things on our calendars, otherwise
Yeah.
they get filled in.
So mark your calendar, Sunday, October 16th. There will be a Lake Monroe cleanup, and it looks like the contact for that is Jill Vance with the DNR.
Yeah, she's bringing that back. It's been a few years.
Good.
Yeah, no, we good.
I'll just jump in and say the letter supports July 22nd
Okay.
for the 319 grant for the Bean Blossom watershed.
Okay.
That again is the SWCD North Miller.
So if you
It's the
didn't get
deadline.
on July 21st, letters of support, 22nd, get it in the 21st. Letters of support for that Bean Blossom 319 grant. Thanks, John. I have a message from Michael Dorset. Sorry that we didn't get you added. He said the Campus River Restoration Project Phase 1 and 2 is complete. If you'd like to come by and take a look. Registration is also open for the UNAFSM 2022 conference, September 14th to 16th in South Bend. So good updates to have.
I wonder where we can get more info on that Campus River restoration. I imagine
I'm
there's
sure
a
that-
website.
And Michael has the
Yeah, I would
information. So, and then Andrew provided an update. He has Adopt a Stream volunteers assigned. Okay. Cool. Any other updates? I think there's a lot thrown at us this time. It's good to see things adding into our calendar. All right, well then on that note, I had the wrong date here. Sorry about that, guys. Or I guess the next Monday, July 10th is our next one. Yeah, because this is June. Whew, yeah. So we'll meet Monday, July 10th at 10:30 a.m. Hybrid and Zoom.
I think it's July 11th is the Monday.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, because the 4th is on a Monday.
Right, that's right.
This keyboard doesn't want to work. I'll fix that. There we go. It's taking a minute. All right. Any other updates? Please feel free to message the group. We'll pass them along. So, all right. Thanks everyone for your time.
Thanks for organizing.
Yes, Michael, there will be a contractor workshop at some point in the next year. Michael asked if there'd be a Monroe County contractor workshop. And yes, I do anticipate having one. We haven't set a date for that yet. So, all right, thanks everyone.
Taking us back out in that heat.